everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Fight Inside Podcast. I'm your guest co-host for today, Raine Cruz, also known as Ringside Raine. And today, along with Timmy B, we will talk about the next big thing in the UFC, discuss a petition to tear down the Apex, and a whole lot more. So, Tim, what are we waiting for? Hit it! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fight Inside Podcast.
Hello, Fight Insight fans, viewers, and listeners. Slight little edit here. I've got my little baby Evie here with me. Say hello, Evie. No, she's not going to say anything. We recorded the whole thing, and it's good, but the interview is just so damn good. So I wanted to skip right to that, to be honest. We talked about the Apex and how horrible it is. There's a lot of hate coming online when I say that we should tear down the Apex. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have cards every week. I'm saying go to where we had Marab versus Petr Yan. Go to the theater at Virgin Hotels. Go to a place that's set up, that looks cool, that has a good environment, a vibe. There's no reason why we have to limit the attendance down to 300 people at the Apex. There's no reason that we can't have the 2,361 people that the theater holds. Why do we have no Jumbotron? Why don't we have a nice walkout? Why don't we have a nice seating area? Make it intimate, but close. The Apex just seems like it was designed so poorly. So anyways, we talk all about that, but I'm going to skip us ahead right to the part where I give our friends of the podcast update, and we will also get right into the interview with Basil, which I guarantee you've never seen Basil like this before. I've watched other interviews. He is kick-ass on this one, so please do enjoy it. Before I get to that, I want to shout out our friends over at Magic Mind. So I'm going to try to hold this up to the screen here. Magic Mind, go to magicmind.com. There you go. It's going to focus in here. magicmind.com/fightinsight and use code FIGHTINSIGHT20 to save 20% on your order. It's stackable, so you get up to like 53%. I'm telling you, I was skeptical of this. I'm not going to lie, but I've been taking it. I think now I'm on like day 10 maybe. So I'll give another final update next week when I finish up my 15 days. But I'm telling you, less anxiety, less laziness. I feel more focused. I really do. It tastes good. It's like matcha, but it's more citrusy, I would say. I do feel energized. I do feel like I don't need coffee or anything like that. So if you're looking for a healthy alternative, something that's going to kind of keep your mind right, I would definitely try it out. So check out magicmind.com/fightinsight. Use code FIGHTINSIGHT20. I'd really appreciate it. It helps out the show and helps support good friends of ours that, are good people and doing good things. So with that said, I'm going to edit this now back into the podcast where we get to the friends of the podcast update and enjoy this episode because I really had a good time with Bassil Hafez. Check him out. Follow him on Instagram. Follow Ringside Raine on Instagram. And I will see you guys soon. I will see you next week. Now, on with the show. Ringside Raine, let's introduce our guest here. So, our guest, he's down there. I see him smiling. He's super happy to be at this podcast. I know that for sure. Our guest today made one of the greatest UFC debuts in recent history a few weeks ago when he fought to a split decision against Jack Della Maddalena on 3 days' notice, earning him a Fight of the Night bonus and praise from his fellow fighters all around the world. He's an American of Egyptian and Syrian descent. He is the former Fury FC welterweight champ and the former two-time CFFC welterweight champ. His life story is truly inspirational. His future is bright. Everybody, this man is a total sweetheart. Please welcome to the podcast,
Bassil, the Habibi Hafez.
There he is.
What's up, guys? I appreciate you having me.
The man, Basil. How are you?
I'm good. I actually just woke up. I had to take my cousin to the airport at like 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. and then I had to do a couple of errands. So my day is like complete opposite. Now I'm like, all right, just waking up right now. Yes, late start for me right now.
Hey, that's all right, my friend. Thank you so much for joining the podcast. I'm so
excited. Yeah, of course. I appreciate you guys having me. Excited to be on here.
Dude, your life is crazy. We have you for a limited time, but I will tell people to go check out the story of Bassil Hafez. Your whole life story, my friend, is very inspirational and it's very positive. I love it. I'm so happy for your success. And it seems like it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for my success as well. It's been a blessing, and honestly, I'm so grateful for all the love from everyone that's been outpouring since the fight, and I'm just excited to embrace it and fill that role. I'm excited to get into another fight and show that that was not the best product I put out there on 4 days' notice, and I'm going to prove that in the next one for sure.
Dude, how crazy is it though when you fought, and the outpouring of love and support from fans, but specifically fellow fighters. I mean, I had pages after pages of UFC veterans and current fighters tweeting out Bassil Hafez, like just the love for you, man. It was crazy. I've never seen that before for a debuting fighter like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been fighting for a long time. I've been training for 13 years, and I've been in the game. And I've met a lot of the top fighters in history and in the fight game right now. Currently, I've trained with guys, I've cross-trained, I've been here, I've been there. So I've met a lot of these guys, and I've trained with them, and I think a lot of them know that I'm legit. It's just been about me putting the pieces together to make sure that I show up in fight night and do what I have to do in the cage to perform, and then make sure that I can earn the opportunity to be in the big show. And so I feel like I've earned it before, and then maybe it slipped out from underneath me, and it's just the way it goes sometimes. So finally I'm here, and I think I've been deserving to be in the big show. At anyone being signed recently, there's no one that's going to say that I am not deserving. So, and if they don't, then we can step in the cage. But
Yeah.
I'm just happy. I'm happy and I'm thankful to be where I'm at right now. And I'm where I dreamed of being. It's like accomplishing my dreams is something that's realistic right now for me. So I'm doing that, and I'm going to continue to bust my ass and make sure that I'm going to always be willing to leave it all out there in the cage, and like willing to die in the cage every single time. That's just my mentality. So fans can definitely expect a better and more exciting fight from me next time I go out there for sure.
Yeah, you're awesome, man. One of the guys that you do train with, and now, Raine, we are now 2 degrees of separation away from the BMF. Because Basil, for those that don't know, you trained with Justin Gaethje, correct? And he was
Yes,
one of
sir.
the dudes that was
Wow.
tweeting about you.
Yes, sir. He just won, man, by a beautiful knockout. Perfect place kick, set it
Yeah.
up as well. Like if people understand striking, they understand the quality of that setup, because the way he throws his overhand or his right hook, and then he kind of the same body motion and threw the kick. It was beautiful. I'm so happy for him. He deserves that, and he's gonna get a title shot next. So I'm excited to see that happen too.
Yeah, that's incredible. Now, Basil, you can tell the fans, viewers, and listeners of the Fight Insight podcast. Did you teach Gaethje everything he knows? Be honest.
Yeah, for sure. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
In reality, though, he really has been like, a lot of people don't know this. Like, maybe he doesn't. I mean, he's pretty vocal. I think he's pretty, like, if you follow Justin Gaethje, you understand he's a good dude. He's a really nice guy, not just in fights and interviews, like everything you see, like, his real personality, but like training with him and coming in, like not knowing him from Adam, he really I came in, busted my ass, and showed that I was a hard worker. He took that with open arms, and his team did as well, and they've really embraced me and helped me out a lot. So, man, he's taught me so much. He's like there's like an endless book of things that he knows, and just random times we'll be training. He'll show me a move here and a move there, and so I'm just super grateful to be able to be in that room and like to be able to bust my ass and have a guy like that recognize it and say, okay, I'm gonna like take him under my wing a little bit, show him a little thing here and there, and like he can, and then get training in with him. It's been great. It's been great. All I can do going forward, and like I've been doing, is just continue to go in there and give him hard work and continue to test him and he tests me, and make sure that we're both ready when it comes fight time. Yeah, it's been great. I'm so blessed.
Nice. Raine, how is your barbecue game? Are you
My
good at cooking barbecue?
It depends. If I don't burn it, then yes, I'm good at it.
Because you know who's amazing at barbecue? This guy.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday cooking up some lamb shanks, which looked incredible, my friend.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I mixed up a little bit. I grew up in the restaurant industry, so
Yeah.
Way around the kitchen a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. What is the best place to eat in Philly, where you're from, right?
Yeah, in Philadelphia. Yeah. So I would say, damn. So I'm gonna shout out my brother's pizza shop. I'm gonna do that first. Family over everything. Yeah. So Westchester Pizza Cafe makes amazing pizza, cheesesteaks, like pretty much anything. He makes it all from scratch, from top to bottom on the menu. And like Dave Portnoy went out and rated his pizza shop, gave him 8.1. I think it should have been the higher score personally, because it was like second or third shop that he went to at the time. And like I don't know. You know, if you know Portnoy, you know he likes his pizza a certain way. So if you don't make it that exact style way, like then he won't give you a really good score. To be honest, even if it's a great pizza. So
wait, hold on. Are you saying that both the Hafez brothers have been screwed by judges lately?
Yes, 100%.
God dang it!
Been a unanimous, you know. Or
was it the same judge tasting the pizza, Hafez?
I don't think so. They might be in cahoots a little bit. I don't know. I don't know these things. You know, no, but my brother makes really good pizza. Like honestly,
nice.
Everyone, if someone's watching this and you're near Westchester Pizza Cafe in Pennsylvania, or you're going out to that area, visit there, try it out. You make the scoring yourself on the app, right? You could do it on that pizza app or whatever. But yeah, that's the best in Philadelphia pizza wise.
Nice.
And the cheesesteaks. But then I got to also shout out Delco Steaks. They make amazing cheesesteaks. They have a couple spots in the city and right outside the city. I think honestly, the whole Pats and Geno's thing is just like way overplayed. No, I can't. They're gonna hate me because I know every interview I'm saying this, but you know, I mean, everyone knows it. I mean, like when you get that big, your quality goes down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like going to McDonald's and coming to America and say you ate a cheeseburger. It's like You ate that cheeseburger. You didn't eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah. No, Basil, that's why we keep our viewership on this podcast to a modest 10, 11 people per week. You know what I mean?
It's all about the quality,
right? I don't do that crap. Basil.
So I got a couple of spots I'll name like for best. I'm gonna help people out for best breakfast. I'm gonna go Cafe La Mode. Cafe La Mode is a spot in Northern Liberties, and they do Middle Eastern kind of like French cuisine, very, very elevated, but like very not like crazy fancy and delicious. Everything there, top to bottom, great menu. Sandwiches, like more like just bun sandwiches. There's a spot my buddy opened up called Huda. It's pretty good. He makes his own buns. They're called like milk buns. Makes it out of milk. Yeah, they're really soft. Really unique sandwiches. He's been a chef for years in Philadelphia and opened up this sandwich spot. It's like a blessing for people to have a chef as a just guy making your sandwiches.
Nice.
And I think that's pretty much it.
Hey man, look, you can't tell because of my massive physique, Basil, but I'm a bread guy. Like,
then you and me.
My wife
gotta do a sandwich review sometime.
We'll do it. My wife always laughs because like I think she thinks my motto is I love bread. Like I've said that too many times. It might be on my tombstone if I go before Basil.
That could be your nickname. You could have someone introduce you, as that.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
Habibi, you could be the bread.
The bread lover.
Of bread, yeah, the bread lover.
That's not bad. Basil, when I saw you and I was introduced to you for the first time when you were coming to UFC, I immediately bet money on you.
Okay.
Because I'm like, look at what this dude looks like. This dude looks like a fighter. He looks like a killer. Basil, I don't want you to lie to me. There's a rumor going around. Are you playing Sabretooth in Deadpool 3?
That'd be amazing, actually. No, I'm not.
Can I show you? Raine, do you know who I'm talking about? Is this not Basil?
Wait,
look at that.
Twinsies.
I'm more shredded than that guy. I could fight so that's all I'm gonna say.
You could crush
He's a good actor.
Yeah. But Basil,
maybe one day I get my feet wet in the acting. I could dabble it up a little bit there.
I think so, man. I feel like you've got the look. I want you to leverage this UFC career as much as you can, but dude, you've got actor written all over you.
I hope so, man. I appreciate that. I think I got a little charisma about me, and I can act a little bit. I do different accents and things like that. But, I'll say that podcast.
All right, ready? Chinese accent, go.
I don't know, man. How do you put you on the spot like that?
And then see, I have this loaded.
Try like a British accent, a little bit. I talk like. I haven't practiced at all, maybe, but I can try it now a little bit.
Oh, hello.
But see, that's without practicing. I just woke up.
Nice. Hey, no, you're good, man. You're good. All right. I mean, the reason why I said the Sabretooth is you got the cool chops, man. Like you got the cool like beard mutton chops look. I'm Chinese, so I've been growing this beard for about.
You're Chinese? I never would have guessed that.
Chinese, Portuguese, and Canadian. But my dad's from Hong Kong.
That's a really unique mix right there, actually.
Yeah, but it doesn't help the beard game. So
no, not at all.
Nothing.
All non-hairy. All completely not. And it's what's crazy is I'm an Arab, but I don't even have. This is mustache. This is what I get after like.
That's the best you've got?
That's like 6 to 8 months. Not more than that. I know it's sad. I tried. I'm not gonna lie. When I tried Rogaine just on this, thinking it would make it thicker, nothing. Didn't do anything. And my brother has had a full beard since he was in high school. I don't know what the hell happened to my genetics. I still can't get a mustache. That would have a full mustache if I could, but nope.
Dude,
my dad had a full big mustache, like Santa Claus mustache. Nothing for me.
All right, well.
Okay. You love bread. I have no mustaches. We're both cursed.
Life is a curse
too, though. Actually, so I'm double cursed.
Yeah. There you go. Basil, we're gonna play a little game with you here, based on your very cool facial hair. And here's the thing, guys. If you want to know, like I said at the intro, if you want to know about Basil, you want to know about his story, go check out. Dude was on the MMA Hour. You gave a great interview there. I saw you on some smaller shows and smaller interviews where you've detailed your life and everything like that. I just don't want to repeat all that because it's out there in the world. You know what I mean? And I want to give.
Feel free to ask away. I mean,
but I want to give. But I want to give those outlets the love too, right? Like, hey, go check those out because go find them, right? But for here, we're gonna do something different, Basil, right? Because we want you to have a good time. We want you to come back when you're champion, when you're, you know what I mean, when you're rising the ranks. We want you back. We're gonna play a game. Raine is going to give you a clue to a UFC fighter with a beard, and you're gonna guess the fighter based on the clue. All right.
This is gonna be tough.
Maybe. I feel like you can do it, man. All right. The clues are pretty decent. Raine, first clue.
Okay. He's been on the podcast 6 times. He is a farmer and wears overalls to media day.
Oh, man.
Basil, the main clue here, he's been on the Fight Insight podcast 6 times. You're a frequent watcher. There you go.
I'm going to say...
He's a farmer.
Guys that have beards that I don't know. That I'm trying. Court McGee.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm just
he wears
like a farmer guy. Is he a farmer? I don't know. He looks
he's a farmer. No. She said he's a farmer. Oh no, you don't know if Court McGee is. Yeah, this guy is a farmer and he wears overalls to media day all the time.
Overalls. That's the thing, man. I'm thinking of Gilbert Burns because he wore overalls recently. That's like
No, he's.
Is Barbarena?
Yes.
Is that it? Oh shit! Look at that.
Hey, Brian Bam Barbarena.
I forgot that he wears overalls. I don't look at a lot of the fighters' media days. I'm not like a fanboy like that. I wish I was. I like the fights. I like to watch the fights. Yeah. Well, I like his fighting. I would love to fight.
That dude is like a really good friend of the podcast, man. He's been on the show like 6 times. He's a very cool dude. All right, Raine. One for one. We're doing good.
Right.
1 for 1.
Number 2. He shocked the world by not pulling guard for 15 minutes last week and is often blue in the face.
Blue in the face. Oh, Bobby Green.
No.
That it? No, wait. Blue in the face. I don't know why I thought blue in the face, thinking like a rap lyric. Didn't pull guard last week.
He did not pull guard.
Yeah, did not pull guard.
Minutes.
I'm not gonna lie. For the whole prelims, I was like playing cornhole with friends. I missed the whole
cornhole, like UNF cornhole.
I don't do much, man. So like, I would
who has been critiqued for pulling guard a lot? Like it was really bad. The fans were really killing this dude.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little spaced out right now. I'm usually better at these. I'm not gonna do well this time.
All right, blue in the face was the clue. He paints his face blue.
Oh, okay, hold on. Paul Craig. Yeah.
Paul Craig.
I did not catch blue in the face, and I'm like, wait, blue in the face, and I'm like, paints his face blue. Okay, blue in the face. I'm thinking of like I don't know, like a rap lyric or like a.
Oh, right.
You could have said like best triangle game in the UFC right now. I've been like myself or this guy.
Yeah, then we're just saying you.
I would love to freaking roll with that guy, man. I would love to train with that guy. I think I comment on something I saw he was getting tagged. I would love to train with that guy. He's a great grappler.
Yeah. For those that don't know, I mean, congratulate yourself, man. You are a jiu-jitsu guy, right? Like you're a black belt,
1st degree black belt.
That's your game, man.
I've competed against a lot of the top grapplers in the world too. I mean, I've competed in my career against Gordon Ryan. Didn't get submitted either. Lost by points. But he was a brown belt. I was a purple belt at the time, and I was, kind of pissed about it. Still wanted to get it back. Obviously now he's insane. I still would go for it, but obviously I'd like to see how I do. I guess.
Yeah.
Now. But
you might not be on equal playing field right now, though, Basil.
Yeah, no, I don't think I don't. At the same time, I believe I'm very hard to submit. I mean,
Oh yeah,
he
yeah,
did
yeah.
submit me.
No. I'm talking about the glug glug pills
Oh, yeah.
pills.
Yeah, no, very true. I have to get on. I have to fill this up with a bunch of other random shit first.
Yeah, it's got to be glowing, maybe bubbling. Yeah,
I mean, when I'm done my career, I'm done fighting.
Oh yeah.
You never know, man. I'm not punching people in the face, so who knows what I'll do? Maybe I'll just turn into pure Wolverine.
All right, Raine, number 3. And again, Basil, we're looking for dudes with iconic beards here.
All right, we try.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So that's what you got to think about.
I'm not 100% with it
beard.
today. This is not my.
That's all right. No, you're an excellent guest. You're an excellent guest, my friend. Excellent.
Okay, number 3. Jamal Hill once yelled, "That's what she said," to this samurai.
Oh, Yuri Prochazka.
Boom. Too easy. Too easy.
When you said samurai and it's his weight class, I'm like, I know that beard. It's hard.
Yeah. Look at that beard,
and that
man.
haircut. That haircut's unique.
That's
I like
that's
the uniqueness that he has.
Could you...
I really hope he comes back from that injury, good, because that Yuri we saw as full health when he was doing it, like how he's good, he's doing it, unstoppable.
Yeah.
I like Jamal Hill too, man. It's hard. I'm a fan of both, actually. Jamal Hill's striking is on point, and it's like he can still surprise anyone, just knock anyone out, really. I mean, he's hard to submit. You saw that with Paul Craig. Just flopping his broken arm. I mean, guy like that, man, I love to see that. It's like, when he gets in that cage, like I feel like I'm the same type of, like I'm cut from the same kind of cloth in that mentality. Like, you have to kill me in there, man. And it's like, I love that. So
yeah. All right, Raine, last one.
This man called Timmy B out to be on the podcast now only has one name. Just one name.
Seal was on here? That's my dad joke right there.
Who did you say? Seal?
Yeah.
Close, kind of.
I haven't heard of him in forever. That's one name. Wait, who changed their name recently? Someone did.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on who it is.
Again, the key.
I'm blanking on who it is. I know it's like
the key clue is that he posted on his Instagram story that he wanted to be on this podcast. And again, as a frequent follower of this podcast, Basil, that's the clue.
You're calling me out on this.
One name.
Pretty bad.
One name.
I got to study more. I'm sorry.
One name, and you already said him already.
Oh, is it Bobby Green?
Yeah.
What's his name now?
Friend. King.
Oh, that's his name is just King?
Yeah, he legally changed.
We're in the same
name.
Management group too. I should know that. My bad. We'll smoke a blunt and we'll make up on it. My bad. I didn't mean to get you wrong here. I thought his name was just King. I like that. Okay, King.
Yeah. Have you met him before?
I gotta get the King one of my King Touch shirts. That's what I gotta
do.
There you go. Have you met Bobby before?
No, I never met him, but we have the same management group and they're pretty close, and I'm pretty close with them. So like we talk, tell stories and good stories, this and that. And so I was like, one time we'll cross paths, we'll meet and be able to hang out. But yeah, I'm a fan of his fighting style. Obviously, I'm a grappler, but also I'm a fan of the striking. I mean, everyone that talked to me, I was calling Bobby Green to win against Tony just because Bobby's striking is nasty and Tony's
crazy.
Not the same Tony right now as he used to be.
And don't sleep on his wrestling, man, because if you know the story of Bobby Green, he actually started as a wrestler. That's his background. He's a high school wrestler.
He kind of like me in a way where like he realized what the fans want to see. He's like, I'm just gonna do this more. But his strike is on point. His range control is on point. Yeah, I mean he fought teammates of mine too, so I'm a fan of him too in general. He's a good fighter, but
yeah.
My bad, I didn't get that one.
No. Hey, man.
I did kind of get it, but you've been helping me at the end here, giving away the big hits.
That's all right, man. That's all right. We got to help you out. But yeah, you're 4 for 4 for the game. So thank you very much for playing that. Raine, I've got one last question for him. But before I do you have anything that you want to ask Mr. Bassil Hafez?
Yeah. So now that we talked about, the King, right? Like he legally changed his name to just the King. If you ever have the idea of changing your name legally to just one name, what would it be?
Oh man, I don't think I'd ever change mine. Probably just Basil.
Okay.
Basil. All right.
I don't know because it's like I thought about it. I think every kid at one point maybe doesn't like the name, and then it's like, oh, I want to change it. But then I'm like, what the heck? I think I went to that point, and I'm like, what am I going to change my name to? I can't be Phil or like Steve or like Bill. I like Basil. I like Basil. It's unique.
Yeah.
It's unique in its own way, and I'd probably just be Basil, like one word, like that.
Yeah.
Well, the King is a great name. I got King Tut on my arm, so you know.
Whoa.
Like King, I'm not gonna, but I can't steal his. I don't know. I'd probably just go with Basil, or I go with Habibi.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
No, that's
reason
Habibi, and they're like, "What, Habibi? You sweetheart? Yeah, that's just him. That's Habibi. That's my
Yeah.
name. I go by that."
Yeah, that's right. And that's why when I introduced you, I said this man is a sweetheart. And that's in reference. If people
I like
don't
that you
know,
know, and a lot of people don't even know Habibi. They don't take time to look that up. So, are you already? Did you already know it beforehand, or did you Google that?
Mhm.
No, I knew it beforehand because,
Okay.
well, I grew up in, I'm in Toronto. I grew up in Toronto.
There's a lot of
Very,
Arabs in Toronto.
very multicultural. Yeah, like it's a very multicultural city. So yeah, I know a lot of endearing words in other languages as well as a lot of swear words in other languages.
Same here, actually. Same here. Like a lot. I can curse you off in Armenian, like top to bottom, because I grew up around Armenians. But not the things you want me to say on a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the same thing with like Russian. I know a little Russian, and I know a little like just curse words and different.
Yeah.
I get that. But actually, it's surprising. I know it's a lot of people I meet from Canada. Actually, there's a lot more Arabs, I guess, in Canada on the regular than there is down here in America. So like people I meet from Canada usually do end up knowing Arabic or knowing some Middle Eastern people. It's like every time.
Oh yeah.
doesn't miss.
Yeah, all the time. Like it's so weird. There was this is like a really terrible tangent for a fight podcast, but there was a Disney cartoon. There's a Disney cartoon movie that came out like was it last year, a couple years ago, Turning Red, where the little girl turns into the red panda.
Oh, I think so. Okay, I didn't see it. I'm not a big.
It's yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you're Disney's target audience.
Significant other to watch them with, maybe, but I was like,
yeah.
Don't sit home. At night.
But so it takes place in Toronto, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it takes place in Toronto, and people complained a lot because they're like, oh, they're just throwing in an Indian bus driver and they're throwing in a Chinese whatever. Dude, that's what our city is. Like, if you go to our city, it's so multicultural. You don't even think about it. But it was so funny to watch people's reaction. Go like, oh, this is so forced. They're just doing it. No, that is Toronto, Canada.
People are saying that, but in reality, that's really what it is. Is that multicultural? Yeah,
it is.
I feel like every time I see something about Canada, it is that. It's like not just a bunch of white people. It's just like a big mixture of all different kinds of people. And it's like, I like that, man. I'm a big fan of that. That's why I'm from Philadelphia. So Philadelphia is a big mixture of a lot of people too. Denver, mainly white and Mexican. And I mean, not a bad thing. I like seeing more brown people, so I'm not hating on it.
Yeah. Raine, anything else for Basil?
I have two more actually. So we brought up the Habibi. So I was curious, how did you come up with that? How did you choose that nickname? Because when I saw your nickname, I was like, oh, I like Habibi. But I was just curious because like you're a fighter, right? But your nickname is a sweetheart.
Actually, no. So one of my managers, Jacob, he made a huge thing about it. He's like, bro, there's no fear. It's not scary. The Habibi. I'm like, it's not supposed to be scary. It's not the thing about it. But no, yeah. I mean, that all my friends call me Habibi or call me the Habibi. Like that know me. My family members, we all call each other Habibi. It's just like a way of saying like, because we're very loving to each other, and it's like, it's just a way of saying like it's a big term of endearment in Arabic. If you're around people you care about and you love, you're gonna call them Habibi or Habibti for a girl. And so it's just like all that. And then I already had like the Habibi on my license plate. I have like a custom Euro plate. It said the Habibi, just because not even like I never had a nickname before the UFC. So it was just like I just embraced Habibi lifestyle in a way, like the Habibi. And everyone called me it. My friends called me it. It was like my Call of Duty handle, like a lot of, it's just like a lot of things that Habibi already. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I thought about it. I had like a little time of sitting and thinking. I'm like, I'm Middle Eastern. I speak Arabic. I think I'm a really like good person, genuinely at heart. I know I come off like obviously in a cage. I'm a savage. I try to be, and like at times in life we go through things that make us a savage. But like I really believe, like truly at heart, I do want the best for people, and like so I believe the definition of a sweetheart is truly like I epitomize that. And so I don't know, it just fits so well. I feel like knowing myself and really, also my culture and everything. And also I want to hear Bruce Buffer speak Arabic, I want to hear these announcers speak some Arabic. They don't speak enough Arabic, bro. So I got to add that in their life.
I love that.
Yeah, good one. Good.
Yeah.
And then my last question is, you mentioned earlier you've been fighting for 13 years, right?
13 years, yeah.
Take me back to the very first time that you stepped inside the cage, and then that time when you finally stepped inside a UFC cage? Because you kept saying earlier, this is a dream come true, dream come true. So
Oh
take me back
yeah,
to those moments.
that's a lot. That's a loaded question, man. That's a good one. Okay, so like, I mean, first time you step in the cage is it's hard to remember a lot of it. You kind of like sometimes, mostly you black out a little bit, like not black out, but like it's just tunnel vision. You're not like absorbing all of the things around you like you would in your second or third amateur fight even. So like, I don't know. First one was just crazy. It was just like a whirlwind. I remember I didn't want to be in there. I remember like at the point of when the fight was starting, it's always like they always tell you like, oh, you're always gonna be like, oh, I'm not ready, but you have to go. And it's like a big thing guys talk about, like, oh, I don't think I'm ready, but that's it. The announcer's calling my name, I'm about to fight in a second. And so that was a lot of the first one. It was like just what is this like? Everyone's looking at me. I feel like I'm in a cockfight. There's like lights flashing right in my face. These like, cheaper shows in the beginning. So it's like very shiny lights, blinding almost. So it's like you can't look up, and it's just like I feel like I'm on stage, but it's just like then it's like everyone's throwing money at me or something. It's just like that vibe. And then obviously this fight was just like I don't know. I loved it, man. I loved every bit of it because throughout your career you fight in different arenas, different cages, and different atmospheres, and it's like. You start to realize as a fighter, like, okay, canvas is a great thing to fight on because as a fighter, you really can do your best work on canvas because you get grip. The sweatier you get, the more the fight gets going, the more grip you get, and the more you continue to work. Versus the other ones are like crappy. I don't even know if you've been on them. They're like just super slippery mats. If you sweaty feet and you throw a punch, you're gonna just fall on your head. So like, yeah, being in the UFC cage at the point you get there, usually you're like, most guys, I would say, you're like, damn, this is where I'm meant to be. Yeah, nice. I think that's mainly what it was. When I stepped in there, and I was, especially like there was some bloody fights before, and I don't think I've been in canvas as much where there's been that many bloody fights before I fought. So blood all over the canvas, and it was like that canvas material, and I'm like looking out, seeing the cameras, I see the UFC logo, and I'm just like, this is it. Time to let everything hang out. That's kind of like how it was. Like I usually have a little bit of fear, like a little, everyone has a little bit of fear, but I was just like ready to like. Part of my language, I was ready to fucking get it in. That's kind of where I was mentally, I would say.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like what you're saying too, because we've talked to other fighters and stuff like that, and when we like a lot of times we'll have like amateur fighters, write in to ask questions from the UFC pros or ONE FC pros that we have on, and a lot of times the feedback is take a moment to absorb it all, don't miss it, right? Because like you're saying, like you kind of black out because everything's happening so fast, but like it's so important to like just soak everything in, enjoy that moment,
Yeah, I think even in my UFC debut, I didn't get to soak a lot of things in. Like I treated it, I think in my interviews and even like everything I did, it was very professional and like did everything I needed to do and top to bottom, just treated it like it's another job. And then like obviously after the fight, more than anything, I think like realizing after Sunday night, because I spent the night of the fight in the ER with like after effects from my weight cut. I had a really bad weight cut.
Yeah.
And so once I got back to the hotel room and I was by myself in the peace and silence of the room, I was like, man, I'm where I dreamed of being my whole life. Like actually like sit there and like absorb it and like think about it and like no sleep, just straight up under my covers, just staring at the white ceiling, just like thinking about I'm achieving my dreams right now, which is this crazy feeling, really. I mean, like, I think not a lot of people really, I mean, let's be honest, not a lot of people do get to achieve their dreams. And like, when you're someone that does achieve whatever your dream is, like everyone's dreams can be different, everyone's gonna have their own path, but like whatever you really like try to manifest, that's a big thing too. I'm a huge believer in manifestation. I think that's so real. Like people hear that and then they like, especially before I started manifesting a lot, they would hear it. And I know the mentality is like, oh, that's just whatever. It's like, guru bullshit, or like it's self-motivational, self-help bullshit. It's like, no, what manifestation really is, if you understand it, is it gets you ready for when you do achieve those goals. You know how to approach it and you know what to do because you saw yourself there so many times that when you get to that point, you believe it in yourself as well that you belong to be there. It's not a surprise. That doesn't catch you, in shock and then you mess up or you do make a mistake, It's like that's a big part of my life. I think manifesting I was going to be in the UFC and manifesting this and then getting there. And like, I think I just obviously did. I was like, I made it. Like, I felt like I was just supposed to be there anyway. And like, I did A to B, A to C, everything I was supposed to do. But then, that Sunday night, really realizing I'm where I dreamed of being and like I'm achieving my dreams is a crazy feeling. And like, I'm just excited to continue to hopefully put on great fights and earn my place every time I fight.
That's incredible. That's a beautiful answer, Basil. Raine, that is perfect. And that explanation of what manifestation is. I have never heard that before, man, and that
Thank you.
speaks to me big time. That is very cool the way that you said that.
Appreciate that.
I really like it. I really
I got
like it.
goosebumps. Like that's like
Yeah.
a really
Yeah.
great like spiel about
Yeah.
manifestation.
And
It's
Yeah.
I got a lot of
living your
motivation
dream.
in
That's
there.
amazing.
Yeah.
Basil, the fighter, the pizza shop owner, the bread lover, the motivational speaker, the X-Men cast member. Like, dude, you got it all. Basil, before I let you go, I do want to ask you one question, which really segues beautifully off what you just said. But it's a question that we've been asking all our guests on the show. It's a question that my mother used to ask me every day as a child. And Basil, I do want to say my condolences to you. I know, on a slight tangent though, I know that you lost both your parents. I've lost both of mine as well, so I know that feeling, and I'm sorry for you as well. But
appreciate that.
My mother used to ask me this question every day as a child growing up. Bassil Hafez, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
Right now, it's like a 9 or 10.
Nice.
Pretty happy. Pretty happy.
And it's
I think I'm not gonna lie. I think I do have like a slight masochist in me where I'm always gonna try and maybe look at more negative and be more pessimistic. But like, I've been trying to be more optimistic in life. It's been an like ongoing battle. Sorry, I keep getting calls at the exact same time. Being pessimistic has been like an ongoing battle for me, and like trying to be positive so that I can be a positive role model as well as like really live a happy life. So I would say right now, like currently where I'm at, 9 or 10, and I'm hoping to stay that way. I'm where I dreamed of being. I really can't complain about anything else right now. Just I'm in the point of where I dreamed of being, and I have the ability to continue to work and grow and put a better product out there every time. So I'm just excited and grateful to be there.
It's beautiful, Basil. It's the perfect answer. Goosebumps, chills, Basil. You're giving us everything, my friend.
One thing I do want to say is too. Sorry, I don't know if you're going to sign us off, but one thing I am starting to do that I wanted to do more of that I think obviously for a while I was kind of like maybe fighter's life broke and not able to do it as much, so it was like a huge lapse in that period. But officially starting once we release this new merch with millions.co, we're going to be doing. I'm hoping. I haven't talked to him about it yet, so I don't know if this is official, but I'm going to be donating my proceeds and all proceeds I make off of any merch, 100% of them to breast cancer donations. And so hopefully they're going to be matching me as well. We'll still have to talk to them, figure it out. So I'm going to put the cart before the horse, but hopefully they'll be matching me. And then what we'll be able to do is basically what I used to do is I would raise a bunch of money with shirt sales and merch sales and different things, and then be able to find families going through breast cancer and then directly donate to that family. No middleman, no like foundation in between. So it's something I believe very passionately about and very deeply, want to help and do more of is breast cancer help donations and helping families. So like, I know one thing that we went through, and like I think a lot of people that understand this that have been through it, is like, when you have someone that's really sick in your family that is a provider, it makes life a lot harder. And it's like on top of that you have the sickness, and it's like really what these people need at this time is like, there's a lot of millions of dollars behind the cure and trying to find it. And if there is actually a cure already existing, and I'm not going to get into like all that, but at this point they're working full time and there's millions of dollars behind it. So really there's not much more that a person can do. But in my opinion, like, what can you do to help somebody going through breast cancer is like, okay, you can help them pay a bill this month. You can help them take some stress off their mind so like they can relax a little bit, it's like, and enjoy time with their family. So to me, like, I'm really passionate about being able to like do that. I want to raise money and do it the best way I can and efficiently, and then hopefully just directly donate that to families that I can meet and help. So go on millions.co once we release merch and buy any of the shirts, all the merch if you can, and help support this cause so we can raise money and we can like, help families going through breast cancer. So sorry, that's what I wanted to say.
Basil, that is a beautiful sentiment. Raine, I agree with that 1,000,000%. I've gone through so many different things with charities and things like that. And what Basil is saying there, for people that are listening, that is 100% accurate. Donating $10 into a bucket somewhere is great, but spending an hour and donating your time or doing something directly for those impacted is, to me, so much more worthwhile, because you don't know where that $10 is going to go anyways. Basil, I could spend a whole podcast talking to you about like just my whole stuff around that and things that I think you were alluding to. But yeah, man, I will 100% buy your merchandise, Basil. And when it is released, we will post it. We will share it. You're a friend of the podcast from now on, man. And I'm so happy.
You guys having me, man. This has been awesome. And yeah, it's been great talk. You guys have really asked the right questions.
Yeah. No, I'm glad. Raine, anything you want to say before we let this man go?
No, I just want to say thank you for joining us today. You have such a great energy, great positive energy. I love how I can tell you're really a genuine, nice, kind person. You are a real Habibi.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That means a lot. I appreciate that.
There's so much love on this podcast today, Basil.
All love.
All love, my friend. All love. Basil, anything you want to say before we let you go, my friend? We're going to sign off.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me. It's been great. You guys are so easy to talk to. Great questions, and hopefully next time I'll do better on the quiz. Be sharper.
We're gonna make it way tougher. We're gonna do an all women's edition of beards.
Okay, this is gonna be hard because really I gotta really look at those pictures now. I gotta really like eye them down.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out, man.
Thank you guys so much. It's been awesome. Yeah, I'm so grateful to be on the podcast. I'm looking forward to be on again, and keep a lookout for the merch and for the next fight.
All right, man.
Basil_Badger.
Yeah. Let me throw that up on the banner below. I mean, we'll put it in all the show notes for those listening on audio only. It's Bassil Badre _Badre BASSIL_BADRE. That is him. Go follow him. Give him love and support. Buy his merch on millions.co when it comes out. Basil, please tell the BMF to stop ignoring my DMs and to come on my podcast.
I'll do my best. He's really busy right now.
This guy, God, yeah.
He doesn't even answer my DMs all the time. So
what a son of a gun! All right, well, we'll yell at him together.
Bro, he's busy being a BMF right now.
Yeah, exactly. Just beating up random people on the streets. I don't know what BMF does, but that's.
Imagine a BMF, someone who like beats up. Like Robin Hood beats up the bad guys and helps them.
Yeah, it goes around solving crime. Yeah,
that's what he's doing right now. He's out solving crime, so he'll get to us. I'll talk to him. I'll try.
All right, thank you.
Someone who's eating a Philly cheesesteak sandwich at your brother's shop.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a BMF too. Actually, we got a guy out here in Denver named AJ Scheffler over at Little Arthur's. He makes, if you're ever in Denver, Colorado, and you want a legit Philly cheesesteak, like as if you were standing at a spot in Philadelphia, come out to here. Get this spot. It is amazing, man. He does pop-ups 2 or 3 times a week. He's a buddy of mine as well. I'll shout him out. But amazing cheesesteaks in Denver. I'm taking Justin over there to get some of that soon. Hopefully.
Yeah. Then you can tell him about us at the same time. Say, hey, Ringside Raine and Timmy B. Yeah. Go on the podcast. All right, man. Everybody, thank you so much. If you're listening on audio, we're going to end the podcast here. If you're on video, we're going to put some video links up here that you can see and you can check out. Bassil Hafez, you are the best, man. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast. Absolute pleasure. Ringside Raine, thank you for being my co-host again. Love both of you guys. All right. Have a good one, guys. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.